Good afternoon everyone. I am Lorraine and I am assigned to perform the Codman's drop arm test and the lift off test. So first one is the Codman drop arm test. This test is used to test your rotator cuff muscle, specifically the supraspinatus muscle. Your supraspinatus muscle is located at this part at the top of your shoulder. So in this test, you position your client either standing or seating, or where your client may be seated. So the therapist or the examiner must be behind the client. So for the procedure of this test, you let your client, or you, with your arm support at the elbow side, you lift your client or you abduct your client's arm at 90 degrees with the examiner support at the elbow side. When the client reaches 90 degrees or your patient reaches 90 degrees, you remove your support. So you ask the patient to place down his or her arm to the side. If the patient said that it's painful, then, or if you can see there is the arm dropped immediately, then there might be, that is an indication that there is an injury, or let's say there is a weakness on his supraspinatus muscle in this part. So I would like to show to you the activity or this test. So I have here my patient. Patient, please come here. Lynn. So this is the Codman's drop-off test. So this is my patient. She's in standing position. I'm sorry, you're not alone. So, yes. I will place my support on the elbow of the patient. So I will, yes, here. Good afternoon. First pala, sorry. So let's say, good afternoon ma'am. Ako diay mo ang OT today. Makasabot mo tag-Bisaya ma'am, no? Okay. So ma'am, nalang ko i-test. Walang isa kang atong kamot, pero supporti ka. Pagtanggalo na ko ang kamot diri dapit sa imong elbow, palihog ug baba sa imong kamot. Okay ba? Okay, so we will start now. So I am abducting the client's arm at 90 degrees. So facing. So ma'am, magtanggal na ko sa akong kamot, palihog ug baba sa imong kamot, pakilit. So as what you can see, the client is placing his arm at the side. So, okay na. Thank you. Later naman. So, yun siya. As what you've seen, the client, it's normal because the client did not indicate any pain. But if your client said that it's painful to place down his arm towards the side, then that is an indication that there is a weakness on his supraspinatus muscle. Next is the lift-off test. Your lift-off test is used to test the strength or to test your subscapularis muscle. Your subscapularis muscle is located at the back, near your armpit. So at this test is, you let your client in standing position and the examiner must be behind the client or the patient. So for the procedure of this test is, the dorsum of the hand of the client must be placed at the back pocket or the mid lumbar spine here. Then you just ask your client to lift his hand away. So like this is what you can see, like that, to test the strength of your subscapularis. Or here is to test if there is a weakness in your subscapularis muscle. So how would we know if it's normal or not? If the client was able to lift his hand without pain, then it's okay. But if your client or the patient said that it's painful, then there is a weakness in his subscapularis muscle. Additional information for this one, for you to test the muscle is, you can apply resistance at this part for you to test the muscle. So now I will show it to you. Patient, please come. Lynn. So, yeah. I'm going to show. Sorry for my brother. So here, the client is in standing position. So we will just move pa like this. Ganyan. So you can here na lang para mas ma-obvious. Dapat it's like this. Wait lang. So you can see it. How about this one? Okay. Oh, not much. Like this na lang. I'm sorry about that. So, the therapist is at the back. So, mayong hapon, ma'am. Ako di ay sila rin. Inuopi karon. Mag-utay i-test sa inyo ha. Kapabuhat lang na ako, ma'am, is ibutang nimo ang imuhang kaning diri na part sa imong kapot, diri adapit. So, pagbutang nimo dira ang ma'am, kay ingon ikaw niya na, pag ningon ko bilis, palihog, is i-anak nimo imong kamot. Okay po? Sige po, ma'am. So, ma'am, paliho ko butang sa imong kamot. Diri atong itod muna ko. Padikit lang ko, ma'am. I will just show you guys. Like this. Pag ganito na lang na under so you para mas obvious. So, ma'am, please ko lift sa imong kamot. Okay. It's really obvious as what you can see. Here, there's a space. The client was able to lift her hand. So I will just so meaning there is no weakness on his subscapularis muscle. So I would just like to test more. I would like to apply resistance. Maghatag ko og kusog ha kanang pugli palihog ayaw padala. Ayaw jud padala mag kanang ato jay mong kaya. So I will be applying resistance. Client was able to wala siya wala na dala si client sa aking resistance na gibigay sa kanya. So, it's okay. It's normal. So, that's my test. Again, thank you so much. We're finished. So, again, for lift-off test, if the client would lift his hand, if there is pain, then that is an indication that there is a weakness in subscapularis muscle. In drop arm test in Codman's, when you abduct your client's hand at 90 degrees, and then you let your client move his arm going to the side, if there is pain, then there is weakness or injury to the supraspinatus muscle. So that's it, and thank you. I'm sorry for my brother.